guys, I'm happy to see you at our first webinar, and today we're going to talk about something very interesting, and I think you should remember what was it. I told you about it the previous lesson, so maybe you have got some options, some guesses what we are talking about today. I can see 5 people here. Hello guys. I hope you're doing well. So, do you remember what was the topic that I told you about the previous time? Hello. All right, so we discussed with you past tenses, we discussed with you present tenses, and today it's the topic of future forms. And let's see what future forms do we have. So here we have future simple, future perfect continuous, future perfect, present continuous, future continuous, and to be going to. So, tell me please, do you remember what is one more topic, one more tense that we can use to talk about future? Maybe you remember it was one more tense. Yeah, well, it is future simple, so you are correct. One more. I will help you. It is to present, but we can also use it for future. Okay, everybody think it's will. Okay, then now we will talk about these future forms, and then I will show you one more. And we are going to start with future simple. So, we use future simple to talk about general predictions, future facts, decisions made at the moment of speaking, and promises. For example, people will recycle more in the future to protect the environment. Starting today, I will actively support local businesses that prioritize sustainable packaging and recycling practices. Now, let's see what we have in future continuous. What is the form of it? You said it is will, but what do we put after will? I can see some answers. Present simple, okay. Will be and ing, that is correct. Thank you very much. So future continuous is used to talk about predictions of the action in progress or the events that are part of the routine. Let's see, what should we put in this gap? 10 years from now, people actively participating in recycling programs. What should we put in this gap? Okay, Karina, Anastasia, thank you. Yeah, that is will be. Great. Now, let's see what we have in future perfect. So, future perfect, it is prediction about a completed action in the future by some time. For example, by the end of the next year, I will have passed my exam. So tell me please, what is the structure of future perfect? Yeah, great, Anastasia. I can see like one name, Grechka. I hope I said it correctly. So it will be will, have, and don't forget that we use the third form. So let's see what is in our example. By the end of next year, the recycling rates significantly increased due to government initiatives and awareness campaigns. Okay, great. Will have. That is correct. Thank you. And the last future form that we have in our table, it is future perfect continuous. So this is a prediction about the duration of the action in progress at a particular point in the future. So if we had future perfect, it was some finished action by some time. Here we are focusing on the duration of the action, how long it was. So what is here? What should we put in this gap? Okay, will have been ing. Okay, good. So that is correct. We need to use will have been, pay attention, plus ing. And let's complete this gap and see what we have here. Yeah, you had great answers. That is correct. Will have been recycling. Good. Thank you very much. And right now, I want us not only to remind ourselves this topic, but also to see what we have, what other rules we have. Now, let's see. We have got here 2 sentences. Now, let's check which sentence is correct, number 1 or number 2. Number 2. I can see only 2 answers. Guys, please wake up and answer with us, please. Okay, yep, that is number 2. You're totally correct. And now let's see the rule. What corresponds to this answer? But before, let's answer these sentences. I will be living near the ocean when I am old, or I'll be living near the ocean when I will be old. What should we put here? Okay, Masha, thank you for your quick answer. Anastasia. Okay, Great. Yep, that is nice. So now let's take a look at the answers. First of all, we need to remember that we need to use simple tenses if we are using state verbs, such as love, dislike, like, own, know, and have. So we can't say, I will be knowing 20 new people. No, we should say, I will know 20 people, because know, it is a state verb. And if we are talking about rule number 2, here we have the rule that we need to use present simple to indicate a point in time in the future after such words as by the time, when, before, if, or after. So when we are talking about future, first part will be in future simple, future continuous, so I will be leaving, I will be watching. But the second part that goes after when, we need to put in present simple. That is correct. Thank you very much. And right now, let's move to the next 2 rules. So we discussed with you 4 forms: future simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. But here we can also see 2 more sentences that talk us about future. But what's the difference between them? I am going to the park and I'm going to meet Jeannie this week. Can you write in the chat? What's the difference? What do we use in the first sentence and what do we use in the second? Yes, Masha, піду та збираюсь. That is correct. So here we have я піду в парк з Джині завтра о 5 вечора. А в другому реченні я лише збираюся зустрічатися з Джині цього тижня. So, here are our answers. In the first case, we use present continuous because we are talking about future arrangements that were in the past, ми їх спланували ще раніше, which involve another person, Jeannie, time at 5 p.m. and place, park. So here you can see that we have 3 main things that should be in present continuous for future arrangements. And in the second case, we use to be going to. This structure we use when we talk about future plans, dreams, intentions, or about our predictions based on what we see or hear. So it's our передбачення, базуючись на тому, що ми бачимо, чуємо або відчуваємо. For example, I am going to see, no, let's make another. This sky is gray, so it's going to rain. Я бачу, що у нас небо затягнуте, сіре, і я можу зробити передбачення, прогноз про те, що, можливо, буде дощити, що збирається дощити. So here is the main difference between to be going to and present continuous. Okay, then now I think it's time for you to look at one more tense that can be used in future. So it is present simple. Хтось вже писав, що present simple може вживатися, коли ми говоримо про майбутнє. So please check it out. Present simple is used for timetables and schedules. Іноді в тестах у нас може бути речення про автобуси, літаки, потяги. And in that case, we need to use present simple. Чому ми вживаємо тоді present simple? Тому що зазвичай це у нас у літаків, у цього транспорту є якийсь розклад, і він стабільний. Тобто це не завжди про майбутнє. Це частіше за все якийсь розклад, який є регулярним. And that's why we use present simple. Хоча ми можемо мати на увазі, що мій потяг відбуває о 2:00. І ви можете подумати, що це future simple або present continuous, like future arrangement. Але майте на увазі, якщо це транспорт, ми вживаємо present simple. So, thank you. Maybe you have got some questions, but for us to understand whether you have questions or not, let's see some sentences and check what rule is used here. Let's start with the first sentence, and here we have, I'm going to see my grandpa today. What is the rule in this sentence? We discussed with you future arrangements, intentions, promises, predictions, and schedules. What is it? What rule is it? Yeah, I can say that you are right in the structure that is used, but what is the rule of this structure? When do we use to be going to? Is it a future arrangement, or maybe it is a schedule? Future plans. Давайте подумаємо, яке правило тут застосовується, про що ми тут говоримо? Про те, що ми вже давно спланували, просто про наші якісь загальні плани на майбутнє, про обіцянки, про якісь правила, про передбачення. I'm going to see my grandpa today. Що це? Okay, so I can say that Anastasia and two Anastasias, we have future plans, and you are totally correct. Here I wrote plan for today because we have today, but yeah, it is future plan. Good. What about number 2? We are meeting tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Yes, it is present continuous, but why do we use present continuous to talk about future? Yes, Karina, I'm sorry. Great. It's our planned arrangement. It's our future arrangement, and we know where we go and when we go. Good. I promise I will come on time. So this is, I think, the easiest one. So I'm waiting for you like for 5-7 seconds for you to write the answer. Okay, Anastasia said it's передбачення. Look, is it a prediction? Yeah, it is future simple that we use for promises. I promise I will come on time. Thank you, Solomia. And one more person, it was Coles. Okay, so yeah, great job. And now let's go to the next one. The sky is gray. It's going to rain. What is it? Yes, Anastasia. Ось тут точно передбачення. And now let's see. What prediction is it? Based on what we see? Базовано на те, що ми бачимо, or based on what we just think about? Або на нашій думці засновано? Yes, it's prediction on what we see or on what we hear. Or we can also say evidence. It is something that we can see or something that we can hear. Okay, and the last. The bus leaves at 6:30 p.m. Let's see what we have. Karina, thank you for your answer. Anastasia, Masha. Anastasia, okay, yeah, it is casual. Great. Thank you very much. So now you know at least 5 rules that we can use to talk about future. And now I think it's time for us to practice. You will have 10 sentences. You have got 3 options that you need to choose. And let's start with the first one. Look, that car over there is crashing, is going to crash, or will crash. Maybe 2. Why maybe? You should know it. Yeah, it is going to crash because here we have got prediction based on what we see. So please pay attention to that. And now let's go to the next sentence. Are you going to turn? Are you turning? Or will you turn the music down? Okay, I can see that more people are joining us. That is great. So more people will know about future forms. And now let's answer question 2. Okay, will you turn? Number 3, will you turn? Why are you so sure about this answer? Maybe it is, are you going to turn? Okay, yeah, it is will you turn? Because here it's our offer and we ask for something. So we ask for people to turn the music down. So yeah, if we have some requests, so you can use will there. So we can use will for прохання. Okay, number 3. The film is starting, is going to start, or starts at 5 p.m. Yeah, I think that was easy because it is a schedule of the films. Good. Number 4. I'm sure you will win, are winning, are going to win the lottery one day. Let's think. It's not a prediction based on what we see. It is a prediction on what we think. Pay attention to it, please. Everybody is writing are going to. But are going to is when we use to talk about predictions based on what we see or about our plans. But here we can't say it's our plan or it's our prediction on what we see. Yeah. Here we have will win. I don't know what happened, but it should be will win, because here we have a prediction based on what we think, not on what we see or what we hear. Good. What about number 5? Don't you have any money on you? Don't worry, I'll pay for you. I'm going to pay, or I'm paying for the taxi. Okay, good. It is I'll pay because it is our decision made at the moment of speaking. Great. Number 6. Okay, great. So, according to my diary, we are meeting the bias at 7 p.m. tomorrow. It is our future arrangement where we have other people, time, but we don't have here place. So please pay attention that we don't usually need to have 3 elements like place, people, and time. We can have just 2. But you are correct. What is bias? Bias, we have word buy, купляти. So buyers, it's покупці. And let's move to number 7. It's called do you turn, will you turn, are you going to turn the heating on? Okay, good. Here we have got one option. It is number 2. So will you turn? Will you turn? Okay, yes, that is correct. It's our request and we ask people to turn the heating on. Number 8, please. I can't see you tomorrow. I'm play, or will play football with my university friends. Here we have 2 options. Am playing or will play. Let's see. Yeah, here we have I am playing because it's our future arrangement and we already know that we can't see somebody tomorrow because we are playing football. All right, what about number 9? and it's okay for you just to practice and you won't have any mistakes. So, number 9, Maria phoned you. Okay, I'm calling, I will call, or I'm going to call her back. All right, Anastasia, thank you. You're writing the answers very, very quickly. Yeah, I will call her back. Thank you. Okay, and number 10, it will be the last one. So thanks for the money. I'm paying, I will pay, or I'm going to pay you back on Friday. Let's see what you have. I'm paying, I'm going to pay. We have got different options here. Okay, let's see what you have. Here we have I will pay, so it is decision made at the moment of speaking. So please pay attention to that for you not to have mistakes. Okay, now we're going to move on to have more practice today, and we are going to work now with future continuous, future perfect continuous, or future perfect. So there you have got 8 gaps that you need to complete. So let's start with number 1, and we have here, by this time tomorrow, I already leave home and I sit in a taxi on the way to the airport for half an hour. Let's write these 2 gaps. I love that you are supporting each other, so please don't be sad that you made a mistake. It's okay. Just you need some time to understand the topic and just to practice more. Anna, pay attention. If you want to use future perfect, you need to use will, have, and third form of the verb. Yeah. I will have already left. So please pay attention where we put have and left. We put already between these 2 words. So thank you. That was future perfect because we have here by this time I will already left. And number 2, you said it is I will be sitting, and you are not correct here because you have one task, you have one time marker for these 2 sentences, by this time. And here you have, by this time, I will have been sitting in a taxi for half an hour. So please don't forget that here we have one time marker for 2 parts of the sentence. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and it will be number 3, and you have got I will be sleeping. Pay attention to the time marker for you not to make mistakes. Okay, Yep, you are correct. Here we use future continuous because we have at this time, tomorrow, I will be sleeping. So if you have at this time tomorrow, it is future continuous. Yeah, Masha, that is true, but your test requires something else. It requires more complex knowledge of English. So you just need to learn it, and that's it. Okay, and what about number 4? Oh, no, good, thank you. Okay, pay attention, Anastasia, we are not using I'm going to in this task, because here we have only future continuous, future perfect, or future perfect continuous. So, are there any options? We'll be waiting. Okay, let's see. I will have been waiting because here we have the same example as we had in number 1. By this time, by 10 a.m. I will be sitting for half an hour. I will be waiting for 30 minutes. So when we have duration till some moment in the future, you need to use future perfect continuous. Okay, let's have number 5 and 6. So please write them down. To make future perfect continuous, we should have both by some time and duration. All right, here you can see that I will have been taken, but girls, I think, yeah, only girls today are here, so we don't have any duration there, we just have by some time, so there we need to use I'll have taken a bus to the hotel. Okay, Anna, let's remember, we have third form in future perfect. I will have taken. Окей, давайте я перекладу, щоб вам було легше. У нас є 3 часи зараз. Future continuous у нас вживається, коли у нас є якась довга подія в якийсь конкретний час в майбутньому, наприклад, як ми ось тут мали at this time tomorrow. Якщо ми говоримо про future perfect continuous, ми маємо мати 2 елемента. Ми маємо знати, до якого часу це відбувається і скільки це відбувається. Я буду сидіти на уроці 12 годин до того, як прийде моя мама, наприклад. От у вас є скільки ви сиділи на уроці і до якого моменту ви будете це робити. А Future Perfect включає лише один цей елемент, до якого часу ви щось зробите. Ось тут у нас до 2 години я сяду на я сяду на автобус до готелю. So please pay attention to this. Okay, Alona, if you have any questions, you can ask, please. So let's have number 6. Okay, here I will have been lying, because lying on the beach is usually a long action. So you have taken the bus, and then you will have been lying by 5 p.m. So you had this time after taking a bus. От ви сіли на автобус, приїхали до готелю, і з цього моменту до моменту 5 p.m. ви будете лежати на пляжі. Ось дивіться, як тут зробили таку вам tricky question. Тому що спочатку ви приїхали, і з цього моменту йде відлік часу до 5 години. І тут у вас буде I will have been lying. Okay, and let's have 7 and 8, because today we have also reading part, and we need some time to practice. Yeah, I will have finished, because we have by 5 p.m. and I will be helping, because then я закінчу свій проєкт до 5 вечора, і я буду допомагати тату по будинку. So, here we have got, спочатку ми зробимо якусь дію до моменту, і після цієї дії ми будемо допомагати. Okay. Thank you very much. Now, please ask me any questions that you have. Будь ласка, напишіть в чаті будь-які питання, щоб ми їх зараз обговорили і перейшли до наступного завдання. Thank you. Є якісь винятки? Я не скажу, що є якісь винятки. Hello, Роман. У нас є оці всі часові форми, і, в принципі, ми маємо з ними слідувати, просто розуміти, яку функцію вони виконують. В принципі, немає такого, що є якісь винятки до якихось слів. Лише те, що ми проговорили. State verbs, статичні дієслова, які не активні. No, like, hate, ми не можемо їх вживати в continuous. І, в принципі, все. І як утворюється future perfect continuous? We have will, then we have will have been, and waiting, so ing. Роман, мене звати Даша. Вже 4-й вебінар, so please keep up and we will work with you. Okay. Now, can you show me some reaction? Plus, okay, let it be plus. Write in the chat plus if you need more practice with future, or minus if we need to go to reading part. What is more important for you today? Плюсик, якщо ви хочете ще займатися з future, часами майбутнього, або мінус, ми почнемо читання. So now we have 2-2. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pluses. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5 minuses. Okay, we need one more person to decide what we are going to do. Okay, so for us not to waste our time, we will go to the reading part, but at the platform iLearn, you can find one more task where you can practice future, and there you can practice more. There we have future continuous, future perfect, all of the sentences that we talked about today. Please check iLearn, and there you find this test. So give me a second to scroll it a little bit, and we are going to start the reading. So today we have with you two reading tasks. We are going to read small texts about one of the places, and you need to describe it shortly. So you have, for example, which library and some options. And also we will have with you one more task that we have for reading, where we need to complete the gaps. So right now, let's start with the National Library of People's Republic of China. Your task is to read the text, underline the keywords, some things that can help you understand what a library is it, and choose the correct option. Okay, and while you're doing the task, we have a question. На НМТ треба знати всю граматику чи ні? Не прям всю, але базову. Часи, як формується слово, як формується речення, ви маєте знати. Okay, you have got only 2 minutes to read, and we will check. І я нагадую, як ми виконуємо це завдання. Коли у нас на тесті буде таке завдання, ми маємо вчитуватися в деталі, підкреслювати їх, щоб ви зрозуміли, яка саме це, наприклад, бібліотека, як в нашому випадку. Це дуже важливо. Ви не маєте витрачати часу на розуміння загальної ідеї. Ні, ви маєте чітко визначати деталі цього тексту. So, what library is it? Masha says it's F. Karina says it's F. All right, yep. And you are correct, it is F. This library contains samples of unique writing materials. Here we have, it houses official publication of the United States, diverse collection of Chinese literature, historical document, so that is correct. And also we have there a collection of literature and materials in over 115 languages. Good. Now we're going to read one more text, and it will be about the Library of Parliament in Ottawa. So please read it for 2 minutes and choose the correct option. Here's the same, only details are important. Okay, for somebody who answered, please find in the text this keyword that helped you understand why we use this answer, why we chose this answer. Yeah, Canada's $10 bill. So we have has its image printed on the country currency, and you can see that it is the only library featured зображена on Canada's $10 bill. Good, thank you. And now let's move on to the next library, and it is the Yale University Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library. Yeah, well done. I think nobody made a mistake while reading these two texts, so that is great. The same question, please find in the text this part where you understood that C is the correct answer. Yes, Roman, it's okay. Yeah, that is great. So C was correct. So this library has a special construction to preserve books, and as Anastasia said, it includes glass walls and soft lighting to protect the works from direct light. Good. And right now we are going to move to the next task, and there we are going to fill in the gaps. Why is this task difficult? Because sometimes you don't know, you have several options that you can choose for this. So for you not to make some mistakes, to have less concerns, you need to pay attention to the part before the gap. Ви дивитесь на ось цю частинку перед пропуском і після нього. And then you will understand what we should put there. So we are going to start with the 17th, and we have and eventually earned his doctorate there. So what can we use there? Okay, we will check this task after you write all the answers, so please pay attention that I won't say the answers right now. Okay, let's fix that you chose G. So he studied math and physics at Imperial College in London and eventually earned his doctorate there. Okay, possible, why not? Okay, what about 18? Option E. Okay. Although he began studying for his degree in the early 70s, he didn't manage to earn it until 2007. Okay. Good. Let's go to the 19th. it is A. So, and his band was getting so busy that he had to make the choice between a school and his music. Okay, thank you. And now we remember that we have 17G, 18E, 19A, and what about 20? The band was called Smile until H. Yeah, until lead singer Farik Balsar suggested a different name, Queen. Good. Let's move on with the next part of this text. So now we know that we are reading a text about Queen and about Freddie Mercury, and we have got 2 more gaps. Let's have 21 and see what we have. Yes, Roman, we will have this topic. Okay, so what do we have? C, maybe. Okay, maybe. All right. And what about 22? What do you have there? Mm-hmm. 22 is D. Okay, let's see what you have. So 17 was G, you were correct. 18 was A, and you were also correct. 19 was A, you said correctly. The next was H, you were correct. And here you had some questions. I could see that. So in 21 we had D. So we had some sequence of events. He changed his name, he changed his studies, and they went on to become one of the biggest music acts. So we had some sequence of event. What happened? And number 22 was, it came in handy, for instance, when he was designing the Stump Club. Йому допомогло його знання фізики, чи якісь його заняття з фізики допомогли йому, коли він створював ось цей популярний рух. Okay, so thank you very much for being with me today. For the next time, we are going to talk about modals. So I hope you remember what is modals. So there we have can, must, may, and etc. So keep up with me, stay tuned, and we are going to see each other the next time. So thank you and bye.